We shouldn't get over-fixated over just one person, as much as one appreciates the urgency of action and the president being seen to be acting. He is acting now, as we've published all those names.
He's acting against other people, just not his political comrades.
Well, it's not a case of Minister Mchunu is being defended or protected.
Well, the president has a tendency to protect his comrades.
There's no protection.
Can I give you examples?
There's no protection.
Can I give you examples?
No, don't worry about examples. In this particular case, there's no evidence of the president protecting Minister Mchunu in any way whatsoever.
Zweli Mkhize was accused. There was overwhelming evidence against him with digital vibes. The president didn't act against him.
He's still a minister.
He resigned. And that's the point I'm making. The frustration South Africans had is the president said, with overwhelming evidence against Zweli Mkhize, he didn't act. In fact, he waits for Zweli Mkhize to resign. That is not decisive action. Decisive action is, I'm revolted with your behavior, and I see what the evidence is, and I can't have you in my cabinet. So is that going to be the case also with Senzo Mchunu, where the president then says, let me wait for him to resign? That is not decisive action. David Mahlobo, I've used this example to you before. David Mahlobo was found wanting by the task team the president appointed at State Security Agency. What did the president do? He gives him a job in his cabinet. Arthur Fraser is another one. I can go on and on. Arthur Fraser was found wanting. He did wrong things at the State Security Agency. Did the president take action against him? No, he didn't. He gives him a job as Correctional Services Commissioner. The point I'm making is we've seen this tendency before where politicians, and the president in particular, protects his comrades. He is not decisive. And hence now the frustration is, if really the president is concerned about what has been revealed in as far as the behavior of Senzo Mchunu, why would he want to wait for the commission to finish its work?
Yeah, no, I think, Clement, your definition of protecting will be different from mine. There was no protection of former Minister Zweli Mkhize. You were not privy to conversations that may have led to Minister Mkhize finally resigning. So you cannot claim with authority that the president did not do anything.
Why didn't you fire him then?
No, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying to you, you are not privy to conversations that may have led to Minister Mkhize resigning.
Did he ask him to resign?
No, it's neither here nor there. What conversation they had, the fact is he's no longer a minister, and he couldn't have continued to be a minister. You talk about David Mahlobo. David Mahlobo has taken the Zondo Commission on review. You have to allow...
I'm not talking about the Zondo Commission.
You have to allow
I'm not talking about the Zondo Commission. I'm talking about the task team. Sidney Mufamadi, who's the president's security advisor now, the president asked him, please go and investigate the behavior of David Mahlobo at State Security Agency. Money was spent on that investigation. Sidney Mufamadi came back and said, this man was responsible partly for the breakdown of the State Security Agency. Arthur Fraser, David Mahlobo. What did the president do about it? He put that report on the side and said, I'm going to give these people jobs.
No, that's not the case. And that's not the case, Clement. You are nitpicking on small individual cases, and you are negating the bigger picture of what the president has committed to. Number one, General Mkhwanazi makes serious allegations with respect to what he saw as capture of the criminal justice system by criminal syndicates. The president acts immediately, institutes a commission of inquiry. That commission has produced an interim report and has made referrals. The president accepts that report and supports those referrals, goes further to ensure that there's capacity to realize the end of what the commission has recommended. And so you cannot cloud what the president has decided to do now as action and cloud it with individual cases that you are also incorrectly contextualizing. So we can sit here all night and argue about these cases. The fact is, with respect to the Madlanga Commission, the president recognizes that what has come out of that commission has contributed to low levels of confidence in law enforcement. We need to change that. There's an opportunity to reform the criminal justice system. That will happen when the commission has concluded its work. Action is going to be taken against implicated parties. And so you cannot make a general statement and say the president doesn't act. You say he protects his comrades. I will respectfully argue that the president is a person of due process. He prefers to have due process in place.
Sometimes at the cost of what?
We
are paying for a minister's salary who has found to have interfered in operational matters.
We're a country of laws, Clement.
But we're a country with a president who can decide that I'm not going to let South Africans continue to pay your salary because your behavior is bordering on interference.
We're a country of laws, we have a constitution, and we're a country that ensures that when we deal with people, whether there are allegations against them or not, those people are dealt with in a fair manner. And that's what the president fundamentally believes in. And in this particular case, he will act when he needs to act against Minister Mchunu.
When he needs to act? He doesn't think he needs to act against Mchunu now, given what he has heard at the commission?
You can hold the view that he must act now. He holds the view that he will act once the commission has concluded its work.
What stops him from acting before the commission concludes its work?
Because he believes that Minister Mchunu must answer to those allegations, and that at the end of the commission's work, the commission will have findings against Minister Mchunu that he can then reference in his action.